Welcome to Kannaway, the professional company in an unprofessional space. We really appreciate you joining us today to learn about who we are and what our mission is. To give you a brief overview of what we will be covering today, we will be looking at the history of hemp, the endocannabinoid system, the Kannaway brand line products, and at the end, we invite you to stay to learn about this amazing not only opportunity, but responsibility. So who is Kannaway? Kannaway is a subsidiary of Medical Marijuana Incorporated. Medical Marijuana Incorporated has many subsidiaries, as you can see on our page. And what we are doing in Medical Marijuana Inc. is sharing amazing hemp oil products throughout the world. Currently, hemp-meds Brazil and hemp-meds Mexico are our pharmaceutical products being sold to patients in the United States, Brazil, and Mexico. We also have our supplementation, which is the same products that hemp-meds Brazil, and hemp-meds Mexico uses, which are available 100% federally legal throughout the entire 50 United States and over 40 countries. Although Kannaway as a brand has not yet opened internationally, we are excited to say that we will be opening internationally in May of 2017. Axum Biotechnology and Canna Life Sciences are our research and development legs, and Canna Life Sciences is absolutely amazing for the fact that it has the only 2 license agreements within the U.S. federal patent number 6630507. If you have not read cannabinoids as neuroprotectants and antioxidants, this U.S. patent, again number 6630507, is something that you should definitely review. Now, Kannaway, as well as hemp-meds, has been featured on many different media outlets, as you can see here on the screen, and we also have been featured in Vogue, as well as at the MTV Movie Awards, where all of the attendees were lucky enough to receive our Defined line, which I will be talking about shortly. So to move forward, Kannaway is built on 4 pillars. We are a family-oriented company and believe that from conception to death, that our products should be consumed by all. We are a sustainable company, and what I mean by that is our hemp oil is extracted, and once it has been extracted, the stalk, which leaves a very heaviest fiber material, is donated so that we are able to use those fibers to create an amazing product called hempcrete. We are driven by science. Our company makes sure that we do everything to make our products the healthiest and cleanest. And what I will say on a side note to that is, if you are unfamiliar with the cannabis plants, you have marijuana and you have hemp. Both of them are known as a detoxifier. What that means is that roots of these plants absorb toxins from the soil during growth, and also their leaves absorb toxins as they are growing. So we definitely need to make sure that we are sourcing our hemp oil supplementation from a company that has strict quality standards. And all of our products are natural and botanical. There is not one product that we currently sell that has anything that is known toxins or fillers. Everything comes from nature, and we are very proud of that. So we are a company of first. We are the first to create a mainstream natural botanical CBD brand. We are also the first to launch a respected cannabinoid supplement and pharmaceutical line, as mentioned before. And we are first to develop strict quality standards through rigorous triple lab testing. We always want to make sure that we are putting the best of the best into our bodies. And we are the first company to use hemp to combat age, skin problems, and low vitality. And when I say the first, I really want to highlight that before 2009, this wasn't really an industry that was being looked at for anything more than marijuana and the medical uses for that. Our company saw a greater grandiose picture and really started looking at hemp and the health benefits. Now, let's talk a little bit of the history of hemp. Hemp is an ancient plant. It's been cultivated and used for over 10,000 years. Even in the 16th century, Henry VIII encouraged his farmers to plant the crop extensively to provide materials for the British naval fleet. And still today, the U.S. Navy uses hemp rope for their boats. We also see that hemp can make an extensive amount of things, and we will get into that in just a few minutes. Now, to go into more recent history here in the Americas, 17th century American farmers all were ordered to grow hemp. And the reason for that is because we used it for currency. We actually paid our taxes with hemp. And the reason for that is we understood the many uses. On the Mayflower, their rope was made of hemp. Their sails were made of hemp. All their clothing was made of hemp. And hemp seeds were kept on the boat for daily nourishment of the passengers on these boats during their journey over. Now, I have an amazing video that I'm going to show next that is going to go even more in depth into some of the past as well as some of the medical uses for hemp.
Grown all over the world and is often used in marijuana production. With all this news, I decided to do a little digging and to try to figure out why hemp is so controversial. I mean, hard liquor is legal and it has no redeeming health qualities whatsoever. So does hemp have any redeeming qualities? We'll find out. With us is the author of Cancer, Step Outside the Box, Ty Bollinger. Hi, Ty. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you, Carol.
One of the really incredible things I was reading about in your book was hemp.
Yeah.
Marijuana, basically.
Right.
Tell us the history of hemp, because I found this quite unusual.
Well, hemp has the reputation now as being this evil weed. But the medicinal history of hemp is quite fascinating. Back as far back as the 1930s, there were medicinal hemp tinctures in almost every pharmacy in the United States.
Hang on, I want to go even further back.
Yeah.
Didn't you write in your book that Washington and Jefferson and Lincoln and all these presidents actually grew hemp, so it was legal to grow everywhere?
It did.
And they could use it as they wanted to use it?
Yes, as a matter of fact, some farmers in the colony of Virginia were required to grow hemp. And so it's such a good fiber, very good for making clothes, a lot of different industrial uses for hemp.
Ford thought it was strong enough to make a car out of it, and he did. It was as strong as steel.
Yeah, one of the first Model Ts was actually made from hemp, and it ran on hemp fuel.
And then the enemy of hemp was William Randolph Hearst.
With paper. Well, yeah,
Explain
with newspapers. Well, hemp is a much more efficient way to make paper. In 1 acre of hemp, you can do 10 times the amount of paper than 1 acre of trees.
So why did he want it outlawed?
Because he owned thousands of acres of forest that when he owned paper.
So this was a political thing. It had really nothing to do with hemp itself.
Exactly. It really didn't. It was more about the money. It was more about eliminating the competition. And so that's why hemp was demonized and thought of as this evil weed. They put out propaganda films like Reefer Madness and so forth to make people afraid of hemp. When in reality, that's one small use of hemp, the recreational use, which is we call it marijuana. But that was a slang term that they developed to make people afraid of it.
Oh, heck, Mary Jane, doobies, everything. I mean, they've got a lot of slang terms for it. So in the 1930s, they made tinctures. What were they making the tinctures for, and why were they doing these tinctures?
Well, I mean, the medicinal uses of hemp are just numerous. The hemp helps, well, we can talk about the cancer effects of hemp, but it helps with inflammation. It's very anti-inflammatory. It helps with seizures. It's very effective with PTSD for the vets that are coming back that have post-traumatic traumatic stress disorder. Mm-hmm. Very effective at treating that. It's an anti-inflammatory. But then the uses of hemp for cancer, what I've studied, because of my book, Cancer, Step Outside the Box, and the number of cancers, there's about a dozen different cancers that have been studied in depth with medicinal marijuana, with hemp. And so the studies, from brain cancer to prostate cancer to pancreatic cancer, uterine cancer, cervical cancer, prostate cancer, it's amazing.
Okay, so what is in hemp that it's this THC, correct?
Well, there's chemicals that are called cannabinoids.
Right.
THC is short for delta-9 tetrahydrocannabinol.
I'm glad you said it because I couldn't.
That's the only time I'll get it right. I'm glad I got it right. So that's the one, THC is the one cannabinoid that everyone's familiar with. That's the one that's psychoactive, and that's the one that gets you high if you smoke it.
Okay.
But there's other cannabinoids. One is called CBD, cannabidiol, and it's very medicinally used. There's no psychoactive component of CBD.
So what do? Extract these to make tinctures, or you can make tea out of?
You can make tea. You can eat it. It's a great superfood. You're into raw. A lot of people use raw hemp in their superfoods.
Well, do you get high off of hemp if you eat it as a superfood?
No, well,
or just the seeds.
You've got to heat the THC to make it become psychoactive. So people that eat the plant, they put it in a smoothie. You know, they're super green smoothies.
Right.
You're not going to get high off of that because you didn't superheat it.
But is it then, if you put it in a smoothie like that, is it good prevention to cancer?
It is. It's very well. It's got a perfect ratio of omega-3 to 6 fatty acids. It's got more GLA, gamma-linolenic acid, than any other plant. So it's got some really great fats. You're well aware of the importance of good fats in your diet.
Yeah.
So hemp it's a perfect superfood to eat, but it's also medicinal.
I just never understood why hemp had gotten such a bad rap, and now I understand that it was really politically motivated by somebody who owned basically trees and didn't want to be in competition with the hemp to make paper. And yet throughout the years after that, so many people suffered because of that.
Yeah.
So I guess it's actually a good thing that people are coming around a little bit.
It is. I'm really encouraged about the different legislation in different states that are trying to legalize medicinal hemp because of the fact that it is so good. It's not just a superfood. It's not just great for industrial uses, as we've mentioned, but it's a really good medicine.
Thank you so much for coming on, Ty. I really appreciate you being here.
Thank you, Carol. Appreciate it.
So I hope you found that video very fascinating. I know that we have definitely seen so many wonderful things coming out of hemp, and I just want to touch base on a few of those now. As you can see here, you can make foods, you can make baking products, you can make personal care products, you can feed animals with it. It can be used as a fibrous material to, as I mentioned before, create hempcrete, fabric, insulation, carpeting, and so much more. We also can make plastics. Pretty much anything that we are going to make with fossil fuels can be made with hemp, which is very, very exciting. And we look forward to watching the world change as we continually use hemp on a more everyday basis. So the next question is, what is marijuana and what is hemp? A lot of people have a lot of confusion around this subject. So I really hope that these photos can give you more of an understanding of what we are working in and the area of cannabis that our company specializes in. Currently, when marijuana is grown, it is shorter and bushier. And the reason it is like that is because they are trying to harvest the bud or flower. Those are interchangeable words. But really in this day and age, those buds and flowers are being bred to be high concentrations of THC to get a psychoactive effect. We see most marijuana being grown from 5% up to 40+% THC. And we're not in that area. We're not in that space. We are in the federally legal hemp industry. Now, marijuana is a sister to the brother hemp, and they are both cannabis sativa plants, but this cannabis sativa plant, being hemp, has only got trace amounts of THC. When you plant this, it takes about 140 days. The stalk can grow anywhere between 9 to 20 plus feet tall. And as you can see here, it's got a massive amount of uses. But in order to be federally legal under the Ninth Circuit Court ruling of 2004, Hemp Industry Association versus federal government, you will see that the hemp must be grown in the EU, European Union, and contain and test at less than 1%. The true testing is 0.3% THC to be legal to sell, buy, consume, and ship in the United States. So with that being said, I really truly hope that you now have a clear understanding of the differences of the cannabis sativa plants. Moving forward, why would we want hemp for human consumption? Well, really, there are so many reasons, but just to touch base on a few of them, back in the 1960s, THC was removed from the cannabis plant, and they realized that was the psychoactive and the only psychoactive cannabinoid. And they wondered why it had a lock and key fit and gave us that psychoactive effect. And so, as scientists would have it, they continued to look at this, and in the early 1980s, they discovered what is called the CB1 receptor. And the CB1 receptor is actually found throughout the brain and the periphery. And then they continued their research and found the CB2 receptor, which is mostly found in the gut area and helps regulate the immune system. Now, I am not a doctor, so I am actually going to show a second video now that is going to do a lot more explaining on this amazing plant and some of the things that we have been discovered scientifically to be able to help the human mind body.
Hello.
Hello, Dr. Bob.
Yes, sir. Come on in.
Brian. How you doing, man?
Good.
Our endocannabinoid system regulates everything in our body. Our immune system, digestive system, cardiovascular system, nervous system, endocrine system, skin, skeleton, everything in our body is homeostatically regulated by our endocannabinoid system. And yet it's not taught in medical school? There's something a little flawed here.
Even if you've never smoked a joint in your life, you have sort of internal cannabis in your body. You have an endocannabinoid system. Endo meaning inside. You've got cannabinoid receptors in your brain and in your liver and your spleen and your bladder and your immune system cells. You've got receptors all over your body for this plant. And so when you smoke, you're sort of stimulating, working within the endocannabinoid system, and you're stimulating your cannabinoid receptors. That helps to regulate your immune system, your energy, your metabolism, your blood sugar. It sort of tamps down inflammation. Your endocannabinoid system does a lot to maintain homeostasis in your body. So there's at least two types of cannabinoid receptors that we know about so far. There's CB1 and CB2. So the CB1 receptors are located all over your brain, and it's actually the most plentiful G-coupled receptor in your brain. Although there aren't any in your brainstem, which means that you can't overdose from cannabis. It won't stop you from breathing the way that you could, say, overdose from pain medicines.
Just today, an article came out describing how the endocannabinoid system was modulating the synapses of glutamatergic and gamma neurons in our brain, and how certain mutations in some of the involved proteins forming synapses in the brain are modified in people with autism. So we see a link between autism and the endocannabinoid system, and that's been pioneered by a woman in California, Miko Hesta Perez, who has a severely autistic son. And in desperation, she got a permit for him and gave him cannabis, and it changed everything. So today, after she's been doing this for a few years, we now have a scientific validation.
When people ask me, like, so what's the most important thing you learned? By far, the most important thing I learned was that THC and CBD can kill cancer cells, that they can kill cancer cells while leaving healthy cells intact. They trigger a programmed cell death, which is called apoptosis. And not only do they trigger apoptosis, but they prevent the cancer cells from being invasive, from metastasizing. They prevent a growing tumor from signaling that it needs more blood supply, which is called angiogenesis. So cannabinoids, not just as a treatment for nausea and decreased appetite that happens because of chemotherapy, but cannabinoids actually being chemotherapy, actually treating cancer. That's really exciting to me.
You know, what's so interesting is the medical marijuana community is better educated than the doctors. And I think that what we should all take home from that is that as you learn and understand this stuff, it means we have to make the changes. We have to interact with our government. We have to reshape how energy flows through them so that this phase change will occur. All of us have to participate in it. You know, we want to see the Berlin Wall fall.
So I hope that you also learned something very special within that last video, and how the endocannabinoid system helps regulate the body. So one thing that I do want to touch on is clinical endocannabinoid deficiency syndrome. This has actually been speculation that human beings have been suffering from this. With the more research that's come out, we truly do believe that everyone currently on the planet, seeing that since 1937, this plant was maliciously taken away from us, that everyone over the last 3, maybe 4 months or generations, excuse me, has been now creating within themselves endocannabinoid deficiency syndrome. And so many things can happen when you're not feeding this largest self-regulatory system in your body. So what we are looking to do is really change the world, just like Dr. Bob mentioned, together with sharing education and knowledge and studies and science. We are going to be able to do that, and we want you to help us be able to share that information. So why are we doing this? This is no longer an opportunity. This is a responsibility and an obligation to all life. These photos right here, this little girl in the first photo, this is Harper. This is Ani. And this other little girl down here, this is Sadie. And we all know that our children are our future. And as you can see, there are a lot of links here from YouTube that you could watch. But what I'm going to do now is actually go over to our newest website, Echo. Now, Echo is an amazing way that we are going to change the world. And how we are going to do that is with education, collaboration, and hope. So just to touch base a little bit on our education platform, I am going to show you that you do not need to be scared of cannabinoids. We really just need to get educated on it. And to overcome the fear with knowledge, what we have put together is scientific cannabinoid research, an education overview, cannabinoid laws, and then here is actual links to go to true scientific, peer-reviewed, published studies on all of these different ailments that people are suffering with today. So within education, I believe comes knowledge. With knowledge comes enlightenment, and with enlightenment comes awakening. And we all together can have that happen throughout the world. Now, collaboration. This is something very special that no other company that I know of as of yet is doing. And we truly invite you to come on this website, sign up for our community beta, and really see what we're doing. And what we're actually doing here is we are collaborating with doctors from all over the United States and soon to be the world to have a place where you and your future clients, your friends and your family and your loved ones can find a healthcare professional that will be able to steer you in the right direction in looking for what products will help you in your search for your right cannabinoid products. And so this is very amazing, and we are super excited about this. Now to go back up to Hope. Hope is our 501c3 donation. And what we're doing here is there are families all over the world that need our help because of the fact that when you're dealing with a child who's so sick that they're having multiple seizures a day, you want to be able to give your child the best of the best. So we are allowing you to make donations to help these families and restore hope in their life. And so we are very excited. And now I'm going to just show you a couple of quick videos. This is of little Ani.
Cure. This little girl named Ani used to suffer from 60 seizures a day. Now that number has dropped to almost 0. Ani lives in Brazil, but I learned this week how her savior was in San Diego. In this Brazilian documentary, Catiel Fisher explains how her daughter Ani started having aggressive epileptic seizures when she was 3. The family never lost hope despite the sadness.
Exatamente essa esperança.
That hope led her to this Facebook page created by a Dallas mother whose little girl also suffered from debilitating seizures.
It was very hard.
Penny Howard and her family found a cannabis-based product in San Diego that worked wonders for their daughter.
It was a big deal because now we had our kid. We had our daughter.
The Howards became a source of strength for the Fishers in Brazil. But the challenge for the Fisher family is that in Brazil, any product made of cannabis was illegal. Desperate, the family illegally imported it. Brazilian customs caught on, and that led to a court case. The Fishers testified that product kept Ani alive, decreasing her seizures from 60 times a day to almost 0 over a few months. The Brazilian government ruled it would be inhumane to keep it from little Ani. The Fishers set a precedent by changing the law. This is the product that families are calling a miracle cure. It's called Real Scientific Hemp Oil, and the company that makes it is right here in San Diego.
And so I'm putting it on my finger here, and then from here I'll just place this under my tongue.
Dr. Stuart Titus shows how easy and safe it is to take hemp oil for epilepsy and other disorders. He oversees Medical Marijuana Inc., the first publicly traded company of its kind.
The level of THC is very, very minimal.
And the first to work exclusively with Brazil, which has agreed to allow these products into the country because of the Fishers. Brazil's landmark decision opens up a multi-million-dollar hemp oil pipeline from San Diego.
San Diego is really becoming a major center for the development of these wonderful CBD-based products.
And Dr. Titus says that Brazil has agreed to pay for the hemp oil product for about 1,000 patients. And in a few months, the Fishers and Howards plan to meet for the first time here in.
So as you can see, we are touching lives all over the world. And now I'm going to show an amazing video about this little girl named Sadie and how she's helped.
The families of these 2 little girls have won a battle to treat their daughter's terminal illnesses with cannabis oil. Only on 10 News, reporter Robert Santos shows the huge precedent that this is setting south of the border.
The family of 2-year-old Sadie Higuera of Ramona knows the pain the families of 11-year-old Alina and 8-year-old Grace are going through. Their daughter Sadie was born with a rare degenerative disease and suffered from as many as 300 seizures a day.
She went on, every kind of seizure medication you can think of. Very, very strong doses.
At least 8 times, doctors told the family Sadie wasn't going to make it. Desperate, Sadie's family treated her with medical cannabis, including RSHO, made by local company Medical Marijuana Inc.
I just was like sitting there watching her like, oh my God, I think can't believe it's actually working this quick. My wife came home and she just walked up and started crying. Said, I got my baby back.
Cannabis-based products like these here are illegal in Mexico right now. But the government, in a groundbreaking decision, has granted permission to the family of 11-year-old Alina. A judge granted Grace permission last year. Both have grabbed their country's attention. This month, Mexico kicked off 5 debates to be held throughout the country to discuss decriminalizing marijuana. Supporters say it would strip drug cartels of a major source of revenue and reduce violence. Medical Marijuana Inc. even made a special formula of cannabis oil for Alina.
This truly is like the Berlin Wall coming down. As far as the potential for opportunity, free trade, and people to take advantage of the health and wellness benefits of some of our products.
The Higuera family says this will help countless children in Mexico. They've seen what it's done for Sadie.
She ain't going nowhere today, and we'll take tomorrow when it comes.
Robert Santos, 10 News.
Beautiful. Sadie's father says that his daughter now goes for days without seizures, and if she does have them, they last for seconds, not minutes.
Hope it continues to work.
Well, we are very excited and are happy to report that little Sadie actually made it all the way to school this year. Now, this is one other little girl. She's here in the United States as well, and her story is definitely a tearjerker, and this will be the last video that I show on our why.
Go to school. Her RSHO oil is not only is it helping her, but I have a lot of people supporting it. Now that she's on her RSHO oil, she's happy. You know, she laughs at her sister's voice.
Now that I see her smiling and laughing and, you know, giggling and literally crawling on the floor and rolling, she never did that before. And the only difference it is was the hemp oil.
Are you ready for school? Huh? Are you getting ready? Mommy is. Can I go back to bed? Oh, when your brother would snap. That's the best part of the day. I tried Discover CBD, Springwell, and Charlotte's Web, and they had no effect on her. Or there was another one until I tried RSHO, and that was the last one, and I haven't moved it.
I have to say, I was totally against it. I said absolutely not. No way, you're not doing it. I didn't do the research. She did.
All I saw was my child getting better, enhancing herself, doing what she was supposed to in the first place.
Some children, it does work for them. And sometimes you just need a little help. The hemp oil has definitely helped.
She remembers things that she's doing now. Before, she was having so many seizures, and you forget. With the RSHO, she actually remembers and knows what she's doing.
All I know is that what Lily takes, I would not change it for the world.
Bye, baby! I'll see you after school! She's made so much more progress in this year than we ever thought she'd be able to. I felt like her hero. Yeah, doctors have the ones with the license, but Mommy and Daddy saved you.
So as you can see, our passion is strong, and this is our why and what we're doing to change the world and how we are going to go about that. So now let's go into our amazing product lines. Quality Guarantee Pledge. no genetically modified ingredients, no herbicides, no pesticides, no chemical fertilizers. We are grown in Mother Nature. In the European Union, we actually do not even irrigate our crop. And the reason for that is we believe Mother Nature knows best and is doing what is best for the plant with sunshine, outdoors, non-toxic environments, and rain from the sky. We are getting beautiful crops. Now, of course, I did mention our third-party triple lab testing at harvest, at extraction, and before sale. And we have a 30-day satisfaction assurance for all of our products. And we hope that when you are sharing these with your family, your friends, your loved ones, people that you are working with inside of maybe yoga studios, dispensaries, and the list goes on, that you feel confident with the product results that you have received yourself, as well as the confidence to say, we believe in our product so greatly, we do offer a 30-day satisfaction assurance. Now let's get into our Kannaway brand line of products. We have our premium hemp oil applicator, which is a 50% blend of raw and decarboxylated hemp oil. You are going to get 50 milligrams of cannabidiol, CBD, every day for 30 days within this tube. Now, some people do not understand what decarboxylated means, so it just means that we slightly heat it within a very proprietary way, not to disrupt the cannabinoids, but to change them from the cannabidolic acid into cannabidiol. And that is known around the world to be a very great help to many people suffering with many different things. You know, not everybody loves the flavor of our premium hemp oil. So what we've done is we've also made a premium hemp oil cap. So this capsule is going to contain 25 milligrams of both the raw and decarboxylated hemp oil. You will be able to take as many as you would like during the day. As we heard previously, you cannot overdose on this plant because there are no receptors in our brainstem for it. It was truly made for our consumption. Now, if we're working with someone that has severe problems, or they have gone through what we call an updose for relief, which just means we believe that every healthy adult should be on a minimum of 50 milligrams of CBD a day to live a healthy lifestyle. Now, if you are suffering with other problems, then we would request that you use more CBD every day, because within feeding your system with more cannabidiol, the healthier, better results we see. Our Kannaway Premium Hemp Oil Gold is actually golden in color and contains 30-day supply of 120 milligrams raw and decarboxylated hemp oil. Now, what they've done with this hemp oil is they've actually done a couple of filtration processes on this product to remove some of the plant material to get a higher concentration of CBD. So this is absolutely a wonderful product. I use it daily. And what I like to remind people is gold is yellow like the sun. Please take this product by way of oral, rubbing it on your gums is what I've heard Dr. Titus say many times. And with that, we are going to get tons of energy. Now let's talk about our Pure CBD family. Our Pure CBD family was actually created for those children in Mexico, and we are the only company in the world currently that has been accepted by the World Anti-Doping Agency. Now, if you do not know who they are, they're a European-based company who tests the Olympic athletes. The top athletes in the world go through a rigorous testing to make sure that they do not consume one of 207 banned substances. Both the country of Mexico and the World Anti-Doping Agency tested these products I know in Mexico they tested these products on humans for 4 months to make sure that it contained 0 THC, and the World Anti-Doping has put their stamp of approval that it does not contain nor metabolize as any of these substances. But what I will tell you is recently, it's very big news, our Kannaway Pure CBD, also known as Real Scientific Hemp Oil X stands for negative THC, has come up with an amazing results for a study conducted in Mexico. 89 children suffering from Lennox-Gastaut, which is a epileptic disorder, were put on our pure CBD, and 84% saw a reduction in motor seizures. 17% saw a full 100% elimination of seizures in 4 months time frame, and none of the 89 reported any adverse side effects. I believe that this is something that is very spectacular, and this product is coming in 2 forms, a liquid and also a capsule. Now to move on to what our company also has that's very unique is our exclusive Bee-Bong herbal blends. Now, Bee-Bong just means secret, and I'm going to let Dr. Janelle Kim explain about her family's amazing Bee-Bong blends now.
Hello, Kannaway Nation. This is Janelle Kim here. I'm here today to educate all of you on a few topics. The first one that we will be covering is Bee-Bong formulas. And my wish is that you have the tools that you need to be able to share these formulas with as many people as possible and positively impact as many lives as possible while making an incredible living for yourself. You can search high and low anywhere in the world, and you will never find products like we have for you here at Kannaway. And that is because what we bring to you are Bee-Bong formulas combined with CBD. Bee-Bong formulas are defined as secret formulas. These secret formulas have been handed down through my family lineage from generation to generation. The Bee-Bong formulas are rooted in the teachings of the great Dr. Hojin, who is from Korea. He's a renowned herbologist who is known to have written one of the greatest medical encyclopedias of all time, which is called the Dongi-Bokam. This book is actually currently being studied by some of the top medical schools in the world because of the incredible information that he has to share regarding the human mind, body, and how to have the most optimal condition possible. Our Bee-Bong formulas were once only available to the royal court. This is due to the fact that they were so powerful that the royal court didn't want to share them. So this is an incredibly special moment because for the first time in the United States and really in the world, here at Kannaway, we are sharing our Bee-Bong formulas on a scale that has never been done before. So, what is a Bee-Bong formula? You can really break it down to 3 simple key principles. The first principle is a Bee-Bong formula, first and foremost, has to be secret. It has to have been handed down from generation to generation through a family lineage. Number 2, and one of the most important things that we have to understand, is that Bee-Bong formulas are proper formulations. Anyone can take a whole bunch of herbal ingredients and put them into a formula and call it an herbal formula. This is not necessarily herbology. True herbology is the ability and the knowledge and the wisdom to take those herbs and understand them so completely. You know how to take each herb, put it into a formula, and make it so that it is completely balanced. So although each herbal ingredient has amazing functions, when you put it together, that's when the miracle happens. A proper formula has the ability to go into each person, and because of the knowledge and the wisdom of that formula and every herbal ingredient, they're able to go inside and correct all the imbalances in that person. When you have balance, it means that everything flows, everything functions, and that really is the key to anti-aging and optimal health. Which leads me to the third principle, which is it works for every individual's condition, regardless of your age, regardless of whatever imbalances you may have, regardless of the lifestyle you choose to live. The significance of a proper herbal formulation is that it is able to rebalance one's chi, and that is the key to anti-aging and to optimal health. So, of all the important points that we went over today about Bee-Bong, The most important thing to remember is that these formulas work. When you hand out these formulas, you will see the difference, and you will hear all of the amazing testimonies that will come, and I promise you they will, and I can't wait to hear about them.
So, as I said, Janelle does just an absolutely amazing job sharing about her Bebong formulations. And what we're going to talk about now is our Revive line. All of our Revive line is a part of these special herbal blends to boost vitality, energy, longevity. And first, we're going to talk about our Revive Pro. This is a liquid. It is the same product as the Revive AM blend, except it is 3 times stronger. This is an amazing product. It's going to help boost energy, vitality, mental clarity. And then we're looking at our Revive PM. That's going to promote quality sleep. And what I like to tell people about our PM product is if you take this an hour or 2 before bed, it will not make you sleepy. But what it will do is it will help you sleep like a teenager. It puts you in a deep REM sleep so that you can get as much rest as your body needs and wake up and be ready to conquer your day. And then we have our Define line, anti-aging and detoxification support. These capsules are absolutely amazing. They're going to cleanse and detoxify your body every day. It is not a harsh detoxification. You're meant to take every single day, and they are absolutely amazing. I use all of these products myself and have seen fabulous results. Now let's talk about our Defined Cannabis Beauty line. Our exfoliator, cleanser are both clay-based. Our toner, serum, and moisturizer are absolutely fabulous. The VP of L'Oreal actually took a look at these products. It was right after she left that position. And after she read our products and she looked at the fact that other companies have between 1 to 10% active ingredients and the rest are fillers, and our products have 90 to 95% active ingredients, no fillers, no parabens, no sulfates, no phosphates, no dyes, and no synthetic fragrances. She was absolutely blown away, and she has now become a part of our amazing company. Now, 2 of my favorite products within the Define line are our Bath Detox. And so first I'm going to talk about that, and then I'm going to talk about our Define Salve. Our Bath Detox is absolutely amazing. It actually detoxifies the body through the skin by using 1/2 cup to 1 cup of detox in a warm tub. And if you are unable to get into a bathtub, whatever your health condition may be, we also recommend using this as a foot soap. Now, one amazing thing is there's so many people that have children now, and within listening to Dr. Stuart Titus speak, he says if your child is receiving a vaccination, or even you as an adult is receiving any type of inoculation, we believe that it would be wonderful if you were to soak in a tub immediately after getting those injections so that your body is able to remove the harmful toxins that have just been placed into your body. Now, our Define Salve is known as our MacGyver product. And the reason they call it MacGyver is it is sold as an anti-aging salve, so it's a great night cream. But even better, it is an amazing topical pain reliever. So headaches, chapped lips, cut, scrapes, burns, sunburns, anything that you may use A&D ointment for or Neosporin for, this is an amazing replacement. I use this on my children. I use this on myself. I actually take this to the massage therapist with me, and I have them use this during my massage. And they actually are very happy when I do this because their hands have more power to go through the massage because it actually helps relieve inflammation immediately. And this is truly one of our most popular products, and this is our product that we actually hand out as samples. Now, If you know anyone suffering from acne, this 3-step kit is absolutely fabulous. It's very simple to use, and you will start to see results within 2 to 4 weeks, which is absolutely amazing. And our last product that I'm going to discuss today is our hemp vape. So when we watched Dr. Jenny Holland speak, she said when we smoke, we're tapping into our endocannabinoid system. Well, when we inhale our hemp vape, we are doing the same thing, except we are not becoming intoxicated. Our hemp vape, when inhaled, is going to feed the villi in our lungs. When we feed the villi, the cannabidiol and other cannabinoids will be able to reach our blood-brain barrier much more quickly. So this is a product that also has bee-bong formulas and is absolutely fantastic. Now, if you would like to stay to learn how to become a customer or a brand ambassador, also known as a field sales representative, we invite you to stay for the rest of this recording. So getting started in your first 48 hours. The first thing that we want to do is have you explore your back office and learn the compensation plan. We have amazing training videos, as well as an amazing pamphlet that you're able to print out to help you launch your business. Now, if you're not interested in this as a business endeavor, but you would like to be a customer, we have an amazing product. It's called our 3 for Free product. And our 3 for Free means that when you have 3 or more customers, we take their combined average of all their orders paid, and the following month you will receive that in free product. Now, let's touch base on our compensation plan. Our compensation plan pays in 10 ways, but the most important is right here, number 5, our minimum income guarantee. If you know that you need to replace a certain amount, or you are looking to have an additional income to help you feel more comfortable with your financial situation, your sponsor and mentor is able to show you exactly how to do that by rank advancing within our company. We also have an amazing stock incentive program right here, and as you continually go through the ranks, helping people feel better and living a healthy, more active life, you can earn up to 2.4 million stock shares of Medical Marijuana Inc., ticker symbol MJNE, stock. So this is something that is absolutely fabulous, and we are very proud to offer that to our new brand ambassadors. So as a new brand ambassador, what will you want to do? In your first week, if you want to be paid in week number 2, you will want to look for 3 new customers or 3 new brand ambassadors. And the reason we say that is because we have an amazing program called the Triple Up or Rising Star. And what that means is when you sell 3 of our starter kits within your first 30 days, you will be paid triple commissions for infinity on your sale to a starter pack to any new customer, preferred, loyal customer, brand ambassador. So that is very exciting. I will touch base just briefly to explain this. If you are to go with our first starter pack, if purchased with a e-check or an American Express, that starter kit is $179. If you sell that same kit 3 times within your first 30 days of becoming a brand ambassador, you will receive not $20 per sale for that starter kit, but $60. So 60 times 3 is 180. So we have just shown you how to get your first initial investment back to you. And as you continue to build clientele and brand ambassadors, you will earn free products as well. So, starter packages. How do you want to start? We have our 2 starter kits right here that are for someone who just want to try the product. See what it's all about. Our starter pack number 1 is going to have our AM product, our PM product, and our premium hemp oil capsules. It's absolutely fabulous product. And then we have our pure starter value pack for someone who maybe is concerned about a drug screen. Now, if you're looking to try the facial products, this is an amazing way to go. This Junior Executive Pack is going to give you the entire facial line, including the bath soak and the salve. You're going to get the AM, the PM, and our pure CBD oil, which is all amazing products to give you a good start in your home. You will also receive some $50 gift cards to share with your friends or family or potential business partners, as well as 2 tickets to our upcoming Kannaway Ignite Convention on May 19th, 20th, and 21st at the Phoenician in Phoenix, Arizona. Now, if you really see this as a business opportunity and you're ready to get started, I would highly recommend our executive package. Our executive packages come with the entire Define line, as well as AM, PM, and Pro, or AM, PM, and Pure. You're going to get 20 salve samples, 10 $50 gift cards, and 2 convention tickets to the Ignite Convention in Phoenix, Arizona in May. Now, if you want to have everything on hand and you're ready to go out and change the world, may I suggest our Total Experience product package. It comes with every single product that Kannaway currently offers, including our premium hemp oil gold. You will get 2 convention tickets, 5 $50 gift cards, and this is an amazing way to kick off a business. Now, I really appreciate your time, your concentration, your listening, and I really hope that you're able to contact the person that invited you to watch this webinar today to talk about what the next steps are. I look forward to meeting you in the future, and I hope that we become amazing friends, that we become amazing partners, and we really start changing the world together. So again, welcome to Kannaway, a professional company in an unprofessional space. We are happy and excited to have you join us.